This ain't on. Is it on? Seems to be on straight. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Alrighty. Well, it's just about 3 o'clock p.m. It's Pacific Standard Time. It's still May 31st, 2023, the Weaver John C., Roseman, California. Factory mascot. Being sold over at the Antelope Valley Community College's Marauder Bookstore on campus. Mail order, and also if you can find them in the place. I just wanted to say that I probably will get myself dressed up once the day happens. But I just wanted to say that for the past several years since I've gotten into the campus, I think back in 2014, 2015, somewhere in there, that I've had an amazing journey in this campus. I've met some amazing teachers. I have met some amazing students and workers. And though the campus has changed a lot physically, it still tries to retain the spirit one way or another. Venture, outgoing, searching, gives you a pathway to do things. Now, I haven't graduated cum laude or anything else like that in the high ranges, or just one of the lower end schlubs. But at least at this point, I'll be a lot older than what I was a long time ago. I had made myself a promise a long time ago I'd get back in and complete what I should have done a long time ago. Coming out of high school, I wasn't emotionally prepared or mentally ready for this. To me, it was just going through another school session, and I'm like, oh, terrific, I need to do this. My mother was insistent because she never had the opportunities that was presented to me, and she was very, very disappointed about it. Don't worry about the sound effects in the background, it's just food being fixed. And my mother regretted not going back to college. Actually, she regretted not going through the school system more thoroughly as she should have. Because of certain circumstances and situations happened, I got a older big brother, firstborn, out of it. But a woman thirsted for knowledge, and she read, and she read, and she read. She wanted to put the love of books and love of education into both of us. Well, as she put them into me anyway. And I wish I could have done all that I could K through 12 plus 1. And I didn't. I didn't drop out. I didn't fail at everything. But I did. I was held back one grade because I wasn't putting myself enough initiative into it. I didn't care. I was going through a lot in those days. I make no excuses for it. Not even to my family, or been gone these many years. And I made a promise to them as an adult I'd go back and complete what I should have done a long time ago. I did about 2 years worth at another community college, Pierce College, and got the letter of separation. Kicked out for 1 year. I had to learn how to work, earn my keep, learn lessons the hard way. Education is important these days, but so is hard work and discipline, and I had to learn that the hard way. I also been to a few trade schools to upgrade myself so I can get better jobs, but I still missed the academia. I missed the letter grade of getting at least an AA degree, the lowest level of it. But would have been better if it was a BA, an MA, or at least a PhD. But for me, just getting an AA degree and earning it the hard way Even after 30 plus years of working my butt off out there and seeing my family pass away, I had to do something. My brother, before he passed, was a student here at Antelope Valley College. He entered it a semester before I did. We were reeling both from a devastating loss in our family, the loss of our mother. And we made a promise that we would try to continue on with the education. My brother just wanted to do it because he was getting bored as hell. Me, I made it a personal situation over here. Give me 1 second, please, guys. Much apologies, not exactly the most professional way of doing a video at this point over here, but for me, there was nothing professional about it. It's just living. And you take care of things as they come around in life. Give me 1 second. My brother had taken a history course and a math course to challenge himself. He realized he sucked at math, but then he realized that a job that he had, being a truck driver, you used higher math to figure things out. He used algebra, trigonometry, calculus. Didn't even realize it in his head. He was that smart. Till the professor showed him to him. He took history classes because he loved to take history. And he couldn't complete the courses. After the second semester was going through the midterm, he had to drop out because of health reasons, the stress. I picked up and I went on with it. And yeah, the first semester was rough. I didn't understand what an MLA was. 30 years being out of the academia, things had changed. Because I never even heard of the MLA when I was going to Pierce College at the time back in the 80s. It was never discussed. We just had to use these green sheets all the time. You know, I miss typing reports. They're so fun. Back then, I had the speed. These days, hardly. But I did the best I could. And each semester, there may have been a setback or two, but at least I pushed on. I didn't do 4 or 5 like some of the other students would have. And I remember doing that as a young kid, and I damn near killed myself. So I figured I'd pace myself. As an older, distinguished person, 2 classes at a time so I could focus harder on it. And it paid off. Of course, maybe a lot longer, but you know. And then COVID reared its ugly head and screwed things over left and right, and we became an online community of students. And I had to bust my ass even harder on that. Isolation at home wasn't exactly the easiest thing to deal with, especially with a biological contaminant out there threatening to kill everybody. And yes, I did get the prerequisite vaccinations in the arms. Thank you very much, medical professional. Anyway, yeah, me and needles don't mix. But I managed to plow through, even through emotional issues of losing my brother back in 2018, and my mother originally back in 2013. It put a harder strain on me to get through just trying to get the AA degree going. But here I am. At the time of this recording, in 2023, I have I got maybe about 2 or 3 more courses, and then I'll be there. Hopefully, I'll be walking down the aisle, and I'll be crying my eyeballs out severely, realizing my family should have been there to see me alive, at least my brother. And if you happen to see me crying my eyeballs out, understand grief sucks. But at least I kept a promise to my family, and I kept a promise to myself. Besides doing it for them, I was doing it for myself. I had wasted 30 years learning different lessons that life taught me. Wishing I had paid attention more in school, but I was learning a lot more than I realized. And it was being applied every time there was a class coming up, that there was always something for me to contribute to the class because of experiences, perspectives, age, maturity, that I was actually able to get through this far. And to be graduating, even if I am at the lowest level, I don't care. To me, I'm at the highest level because I did something my mother wanted me to do all along. I achieved something my brother was trying to do and he couldn't. And my mother and my brother would be proud of me. I think they still are because I kept continuing going to class. And I'm not done with it yet. I'm hungry. Not just going up the academia ladder, which is going to be a hell of a long while and a lot of financial stuff right here, but just making this step here. We'll see what happens after that. I'm looking forward to getting to the fall of 2023. I'm looking forward to getting into the spring of 2024. I'm looking forward to wear a cap. And again, if I'll buy the damn things, I'll buy the damn things. But don't be surprised if you happen to see a guy walking in underneath the trappings of the gown. And he's going to be wearing a traveler's vest. And somewhere hidden there will be a safari traveling cap to wear, a hat. And don't be surprised if I happen to switch that thing while I'm just about getting my name called. Of course, it's tradition and expected, but you know what? If I get up there, I'm going up there my way, and I'm going to say, I think my brother thanks you, my mother thanks you, and I thank you. I'll probably shake it off, go to the side and cry my eyeballs out. But don't be surprised if they happen to put me away in an ambulance and take me over to the hospital for a 72-hour cycle. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm seriously looking forward to it. And who knows, I may be wearing a backpack underneath it. And I'll pull out from the backpack. And I'm probably carrying it up to the podium. And they'll probably be looking at me strange, saying, we did it together. We did it together. Because I wanted to let you guys know I wasn't in this alone. This represents the college. This represents everybody I knew, everybody I cared about in the years. This is a representation of everything that I held and cherished. They wouldn't be here physically, but if they were here in spirit, they would embody this, watch through its own eyes how I would accomplish this. If I could do this, I would. And then go off and cry. I guess that's my speech for right now. But I had to get this recorded. Countdown still continues. I may bring him to class. What the hell? Freak out the teacher. I'll say, hey, he's my traveling companion. He goes everywhere I do now. till I graduate. He's coming with me. My name is John Cameron Weaver. I live in Roseman, California, and I approve this message.